Tigers, welcome back and welcome to the beginning of the end of 2020. As we head into December, we're also getting closer to the end of semester 1. So stay tough, and when you need help, go get it. I'm Jay Villareal with TNN.
And I'm Ellen Manning. On today's show, we're learning more about school reopening plans, FFA's thankful gestures, fresh library content, and a look at a successful Mustang makeover. Now here comes the news you need to know.
Before we left for our Thanksgiving break, school officials voted to provide options for students to return to on-campus learning as early as semester 2. These options are contingent upon many safety factors, and exact schedules are still not certain. Our TNN producer, Ian Mackay, attended the student-parent forum to learn more about what this means for Slow High students.
Thank you, Jay. As you probably already know, on November 15th, the SLC-USD School Board voted to proceed with an in-person learning model for the second semester of the 2020-2021 school year. Looking ahead, the school district is offering 3 different options for students: the self-guided virtual learning program through Apex, the distance learning method we've been using for semester 1, and the B2 hybrid program, a modified in-person program with alternating cohorts based on last name. School administration is asking that all families complete the declaration form, in which you will affirm which learning method you would like to proceed with. This form is super important to planning for semester 2, as the data received will help determine logistics for going back in person. If you do not reply to the form by today, November 30th, you will by default be placed in the B2 hybrid in-person program. With the B2 program, students with last names A through L will attend 3 periods in the morning, and students with last names M through Z will attend 3 periods in the afternoon, with periods alternating between A and B days like we've been doing the past few months. If you'd like to switch from the morning cohort to the afternoon cohort, accommodations will be made on a case-by-case basis. Masks and social distancing will be mandatory, one-to-one devices will be used to limit resource sharing, and hand sanitizer and hand washing stations will be available on campus. School clubs and activities will also be transitioning back tentatively as we move forward with the in-person program. Additionally, it's important to note that the B2 hybrid in-person program will only commence if San Luis Obispo County has been in the red tier, a classification of case rates and statistics, for at least 21 days beforehand. We are currently in the more restricted purple tier. If school is to resume as planned on January 21st, we will have to drop into the red tier as a county at least 3 weeks beforehand. I'm Ian Mackay for Tiger News Network. Back to you, Ellen.
Thank you for reporting, Ian. Tigers, mark your calendars to help raise funds for troop care packs in San Luis Obispo by going to Chipotle on Saturday, December 12th from 4 to 8 p.m. Tell your cashier that you are here for the fundraiser or show them a flyer. If you would like to order online, use code FL9XQ69 in the promo field. Just be sure to place your order from 4 to 8.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks for putting that together, Key Club. In other club news, FFA students are out from behind the computer and spreading some gratitude throughout the community. TNN producer Ellie Pearson learned more about the project.
Hey Tigers, if you've been around any school in the district, you may have noticed trees marked with a sign of gratitude. These trees are a part of a project constructed by the FFA and Ag Department that aims to grow gratitude during these hard times.
So it's called Growing Grateful. Basically, you just go to the tree and there's laminated paper leaves that you take out of a box and you write something that you're thankful for on the leaf, and then there's string in the box too, and you just hang it on the tree.
This project was inspired when Mrs. Bates heard about the Lorraine Zumwalt's Growing Gratitude Trees project in Portland, Oregon.
She wanted to do something similar in her neighborhood, and then she said, hey, why don't we do this like around our community? And so then our chapter officer team kind of took it another step further and decided to set a tree up at every elementary school and high school in the San Luis Coastal District.
Not only did this project benefit the community, it also created an opportunity for the FFA and Ag Department to work together.
We printed out hundreds and hundreds of leaves, and we laminated them all. And for a couple days, we all met at the Ag Department at school after getting permission from Mr. Minor, 6 feet apart, wearing masks, obviously. But we got together for a couple hours and had to cut out hundreds of leaves. And we basically just got all the supplies together, created the boxes, and then together in like pairs or pods, we went out and set up all the trees.
While the trees will only be up for the month of November, students hope the project will remind people that there is still hope and there's still many things to be grateful for, even during these times.
It just gives people a feeling that like things are still happening. And so even if it's someone who has nothing to do with like our school and it's just a community member walking by a tree and sees it and if they're able to participate, I think that they can get something out of it too. And it's just a way to kind of like bring us together during this time and make sure everyone knows that we still have a lot of things to be thankful for.
The Slow HS Library is now serving up fresh content for students. Choose between print, digital, and audio options. Watch the video and visit the Slow HS Library website for all details.
The So High Yearbook wants to see what you have been up to this semester. They're currently collecting all kinds of photos and want everyone included, whether gaming in the pool or in your bedroom, if you attended a political event or just hung out with your friends on the beach. They want your photos to tell the story of the 2020 to 2021 school year. Follow them on Instagram or use the link in the Google forum in the description to submit your pics. And now over to Ellen for the sports.
Recently, one of our newest Tigers brought home a dub in the equestrian world. TNN producer Zoe Nielsen caught up with the freshman Ivy Scott to learn more about her Mustang makeover victory.
Ivy Scott is here to explain how she got into the Extreme Mustang Makeover Challenge and what it involved for her.
This movie on Netflix called Wild Horse, Wild Ride, which is a documentary about it. And I had watched it when I was pretty young, and I just really loved the idea. I had to know how to work with a wild horse, which is pretty hard for a lot of people. A lot of it's mental because every horse is really different, so you have to adapt to how you best think that one horse is going to respond to your training. She didn't obviously know anything, and she's pretty quirky. She didn't really respond to everything the same way my personal horse would, so it was challenging for me.
And throughout all of this, the best part comes at the end.
Probably like looking back right now and thinking about like how far she's come and how it's just been me.
That's so cool. Congratulations, Ivy. Tigers, if you are doing something awesome, we want to hear about it. Use the Google form in the description to share your photos, videos, or stories, and we will feature them on TNN.
Well, that's all we got for this week. I'm Jay Villareal. Make sure you tune in next week to stay in touch with the Tiger Beat.
And I'm Ellen Manning, wishing you well in these last 3 weeks before winter break. Thanks for watching.